Someone's puking right now. This is how intense it is. Someone's puking in the bathroom.
One, two, three,
While many of us grew up in the heyday of WWF, WrestleMania, the sport's popularity has started to drop off in recent years as other more authentic forms of fighting, like mixed martial arts, started catching on. Still, there are a lot of people out there who aspire to be the next big pro wrestling star. We came to see them train at this Toronto show wrestling school as the sport makes a comeback. Is pro wrestling kind of picking back up? Is this a resurgence?
It's never gone away. Somewhere along the lines, it became known as kind of like a cheesy, lame, depressing sport, and it's not. What we're trying to do is present it in a different way, and so far we're doing quite good with that.
Because it's had kind of a rough go in the past little while. I'm thinking of The Wrestler, the film, and like Hulk Hogan's antics, which really didn't portray the industry in the most flattering light. How do you come back from that?
I hate all those things that you said. I am anti everything that's depressing and sad about wrestling. Everyone used to like yell all the time in their promos and be all coked up because it was the 80s. But nowadays it's more about like a clean, fun, athletic world.
Ever since I was 12 years old, I wanted to be a professional wrestler. I watched one match once and I knew right away it was for me. Plus, I never really had anything that I could attach myself to as a kid, so once I found wrestling, I used that as like a way to, I'm not really sure how to explain
like
it.
Like a community?
Yeah, like everyone makes sure to encourage each other. If someone is feeling bad or someone is feeling down or if someone makes a mistake in something, everyone will go out of their way to make them feel better about it. Clap, whether it's applaud, whether it's cheer them up, just anything to make them feel better.
Tell me about the place for women, because that's really changed since like the 80s wrestling.
I think with women like Ronda Rousey becoming like people who can main event like things like UFC or like the women's soccer team, like women in sports is really starting to catch on. People are noticing that we're just as good as our male counterparts. It still has a long way to go, but it's getting a lot better.
The number one thing you need in it is discipline, and you need that determination, you need that motivation, that drive. If you don't have that, it doesn't really matter how athletic or how talented you are, you probably won't make it.
Yeah, it's violent. I mean, if you don't want to get hit, you're in the wrong place. For the people who think it's all fake and choreographed, they're in a match and they learned a whole different way real quick.
It is kind of weird that it's such a subculture, and I don't think it should be. I mean, like, Game of Thrones is dumb and fake and, like, predetermined, so, like, why is wrestling so silly? I don't get it.